as we take a closer look at this, let me just show Evie the pen. And yes, yes, fascinating. Yes, that is a pen. And yeah, we will look at the the actual vinyl itself. It's small, like I said, it's only 10 inches. The artwork might be my favorite Radiohead artwork of like everything they've done. Either this or I think either this one's my favorite. I do like OK Computers a lot. But I also really like what is that? I keep wanting to call it Lotus Flower. No, King of Limbs. That one actually might be my favorite artwork. But yeah, so that's the front. Just Kid A. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I don't even know what to say. It's beautiful. It's yeah, I feel like it really goes into like the like how do I explain this? Because Tom York was like was going through it during this time, and I'm pretty sure he was like going through like some major writer's block, depression, and like the inside. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. That's so cool. I love that. And who can blame him? Like you for like to follow up the first three albums that you've done. Like uh like his first album has probably one of the biggest like most iconic rock songs of all time. And then second album, like the Benz is just it's in my opinion way better than the first album. And then to follow that up with OK Computer, like oh my gosh, like they just kept getting better and better. And I feel like there was a lot of weight on their shoulders for this album. And supposedly Tom York didn't write much on guitar for this album. Instead, he kind of just made lots of like ambience tracks and just fooled around with like just experimented like with everything. More cool classic Radiohead art. It kind of just reminds me of all the nonsense stuff from OK Computer, but like darker, you know. And then here it is, the small 10-inch vinyl. It's only got, I think yeah, side A is, oh, they call it Alpha. Yeah, Alpha only has 2 tracks. Everything in its right place. And Kid A. And usually that always kind of, it always kind of bothers me, because this is a double LP, yet the album is not that big. Well, I think it's like 40 something minutes long, so it's bigger. Well, not that big. I feel like 40 minutes is that in between of like medium long album. But whenever I listen to this record, I definitely like stop what I'm doing, you know? Like I actually really sit down and listen to it. It really like needs your attention. I feel like it's not like OK Computer where it's just you can put it on the background and there's bangers that you can sing to, you know. This one is like way more emotional. There's the other side. Gamma has 2 tracks only as well. 3 tracks on this side. Very cool, very cool. Let me show you the artwork on these. I feel like we all forget how old this album is. This record came out in 2000. That is insane. And not saying that they came up with this kind of genre of music, but this is like this album was so odd, so original. It was so like I'm losing my words here. It was like unpredictable. It's not something that like a big band like Radiohead, which is playing on the radio all the time, would like. That's not something that someone would expect to come out. So like this really got people talking. Yeah, this album. Oops, I keep hitting the microphone. It's definitely a lot more like abstract with like different instruments and like yeah, like I was saying, a lot of ambient sounds. Uh, the first track, which is the very first track that Tom York apparently wrote. Everything is in its right place. Everything in its right place, I should say. Does it actually say? Oh, very, very small text right here. I'm not even going to bother putting it to the camera. It's probably not going to focus. This song is incredible, and it just really sets everything up. Obviously, no guitar melodies. It's all like synths and very like soothing sounds. I absolutely love the slow, echoey, like sounds that are being produced that swells in and out throughout the entire track. And yeah, it builds up. It's beautiful. And then that also follows up with the self-titled song Kid A, which has like a soft and soothing like vibe to it, you know. Once again, I'm bad with describing things. But like I was saying before, like the Radiohead, they should like I'm sure they are, but like like I really hope that they're proud of this album because the sounds that they produce in this album are absolutely insane. They're jaw dropping, to be honest. Like if like you listen to the song Kid A, and you might think like you're listening to a song by the Postal Service, and the Postal Service is like known for having like one of the best like indie rock albums ever of all time, in my opinion. And like you can tell that like the Postal Service definitely took influences from Kid A. Like this came before the Postal Service, and yeah, if you haven't listened to this, like if you only listen to like the popular stuff by Radiohead, which come on, this is obviously popular, but like you gotta listen to it. It's not your obviously it's not your average Radiohead album, at least to this point. We're just talking about this album downwards. I won't be talking about anything upwards, although I will be probably showing off some of those records in the future. Which I want to do one on Amnesiac. I love that one too. But yeah. And then just when you think that you're not getting a Radiohead like album, hey Evie, come here. I need some attention. Then suddenly it goes into National Anthem, the third track, and you get hit with probably one of their coolest, well, not their best. I just want to say, OK Computer had some of the best bass tones ever from them, but you're slapped in the face with a really cool bass line that has a really good crunchy tone to it, and it's almost like you're being rewarded for listening up to that point, because that track, I feel like if you haven't fallen in love with the album, this track will do it for you. It's it's definitely one of the easier ones to listen to. And then, like, it doesn't actually, like, it actually drags out for quite a long time. Like, I think it's more than 5 minutes, this song. They could have easily made, like, with this kind of melody that the bass is doing, they could have easily made, like, a typical Radiohead song, but and, like, made it a single, but they definitely had to do something different with it, and the sounds that they produce in the background of this is so cool, especially with the horns. There's just so much going on, and it just progressively gets louder. I love it so much. It's so good. And then right after that, we are in the fourth track, and that is How to Disappear Completely. This song is sad. This is like, this is the first, this is like the first track in the album that actually has like, or I'm pretty sure the other tracks have guitar in them, but like this one actually has like noticeable guitar in it, like an actual guitar melody, and yeah, oh, it's so beautiful, especially like the bending guitar notes in the background. Oh man, that guitar hits every time, and like him just saying, "I'm not here," is beautiful. It's really sad. And then we're following up with after that is Tree Fingers. I don't think you can read it. Tree Fingers is just ambience. It really gives you like an idea of what was going through Tom York's head, I think. He definitely, especially today with a lot of his stuff that he makes, I think, especially with his soul stuff, what is it called again? I can't remember. I think it's called like Tomorrow's Boxes or something. I could be completely wrong. I think that's just a different project, and then he has solo stuff, but it's so anti-music. It's like he doesn't want to write just songs. He wants to write like feelings, an experience. And Tree Fingers, I used to like when this song came on, I would kind of just skip it, cause I just like, I don't know, it's just ambience, but it's got a lot of texture to it, and it's better when you know like the struggles that Tom York was going through at the time when like writing this album. He just kind of, I feel like everyone's there eventually when you don't really like know who you are, or you're trying to find yourself, and you don't know what to do with yourself. You don't really know what you want or anything. And so yeah, I feel like it's really cool seeing this whole project just in like full form. I think they wrote a really, really good record. I don't know where I'm going from here, but yeah, yeah, it really gives off like it kind of gives off. Imagine like walking on on a cloudy day. It's not raining, but like you're walking through a field at or like a cliff edge, and like you can hear crashing waves or something. You're close to the ocean, but you're on like a cliffside in a field. I feel like it's got that kind of vibe. It's very cloudy, and you're alone. Anyways, Evie's on my lap. Okay, where are we now? We are on Optimistic, I think. Yeah, after Tree Fingers, Optimistic. Oh yeah. Optimistic has to be like the first like real old style kind of Radiohead song. Um, am I saying that right? Like, okay, wait, how do I explain? Okay, I feel like, okay, optimistic. I feel it could be, it could have been a song to like play maybe in like past projects. Like, I could see optimistic being on OK Computer back in the day. Yeah, it's a really easy song to listen to, and I'm not sure what or if this song even had singles released. They might have just dropped it, and then like that's it. I feel like that's a very Radiohead thing to do. Evie's moving the camera. Um, but yeah, I really like the guitar in this song. It kind of like Evie. Evie's moving the camera. Oh, well, okay, she wants the pen, that's why. I guess you get to watch Evie. We'll do that. Oh my gosh, my chords are everywhere. What was I saying? Yeah, the guitar is like there are drums in this track, but I feel like guitar is doing most of like the rhythm percussion work. Just like, yeah, I don't know, it's so catchy. It's really good. Um, like, yeah, I really like the lyrics. You can try the best you can. I really like that. But yeah, we're gonna move on. I'm so distracted now because of Evie. Uh, what's next? I can't even remember. Oh, In Limbo. In Limbo, yeah, right after a more traditional sounding Radiohead song. That's the word I think I was looking for. Traditional. You get In Limbo, which has such a weird time signature. I think like the drums are definitely 4/4, but I think like the verse and everything else is like in 6/4 or something. I every time I hear it, I'm always trying to like count it, but I just end up giving up because I'm just so distracted of how good of a song it is. But yeah, it's so good. I love it. There's so much going on. And then we get into possibly the best Radiohead song. One of my favorite Radiohead songs ever. And I only just recently figured out how to properly say the word. I've never even bothered due to my dyslexia. But idiotech. I actually have it written down off to the side. Tech, so I wouldn't forget. I keep, I keep saying like, I keep looking at that word, and then I think like Indonesia. That's what I see, and then I think at one point I end up saying that to like a friend, and they're like, "What are you talking about? That's not a song by Radiohead." But yeah, idiotech. It's oh my gosh, it's the best song in this album. It's so good. It's so catchy. It's beautiful. Like what a legendary Radiohead track. I know that track gets used a lot in like abstract dancing and whatnot. I've seen it used in like at like dance lessons. I know people who dance, but yeah, it's really cool. I keep losing track of where I am. Evie, you've distracted me. Oh, we're in the last two tracks. No, last three tracks. Oh, interesting. Wait. Oh, wait, okay, so on the back here, I was gonna move the camera, but I kinda like just showing off Evie. This is kind of my life, you know? Every time I'm at the desk, every time I'm on the couch, like, this is what's going on, usually. Okay, so, to my understanding, on the wait, hold on. I can look on the record. I think technically it says, yeah, we got Morning Bell and Motion Picture soundtrack left. But I think there's a hidden track in there. So if we pull out the record and look at so there's Gamma and wait, yeah, Delta. Oh yeah, so not sure if you can see in this angle, but look, wait, Idiotech, that's one track right there. And then, Morning Bell is right there. And then, so Motion Picture soundtrack is right there. And right this little tiny line, the closest here, this is the hidden track. And I'm pretty sure it has no title. It might just be called like no title or untitled. But yeah, I think that's, oh my gosh, I got cat hair all over this now. Evie. I got a proper brush that I can use for that later. But, yeah, so we're on Morning Bell, I believe, yeah. And, oh, I gotta put it in this way. And Morning Bell, I really like Morning Bell. I think Morning Bell is the most underrated track in this album, to be honest. It's got such an, like, unsettling, tone to it, especially with the guitar coming in. Like, Johnny Greenwood, just like, he's doing some weird stuff. Oh, okay, Evie. Let's put the camera back this way. Evie's off my lap. Move the cords. Okay, here we go. There we go. And then maybe we can just play with Evie right here. But yeah, it's got like, I'm not saying like almost kind of creepy elements to it. Just the like, da 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 da. But like when he says release me, it's like it turns into like an entirely different atmosphere. It's suddenly like beautiful and like, yeah, fulfilling. But then like, I forget the lyrics, like and the kids and da 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 da. Yeah, it's just like, it's like another Evie. But I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, let's talk about the guitar. I feel like the guitar is another perfect example of like Radiohead just not wanting to make like stereotypical guitar melodies into songs, you know. It's weird. It's got so much going on. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I love it. And then after that, we go into motion picture, and yeah, motion picture soundtrack. And that's exactly what it is. It's a motion picture soundtrack, and I don't doubt that it's probably been used in a lot of motion pictures, or at least a lot of people have wanted it in their motion picture. And this is a depressing song. Oh my gosh, it hits hard. I think one huge reason why I always feel like Kid A is a okay, I'm not saying it's better. Because I think they're completely different albums. But like in many ways I feel like Kid A is their more sound for Radiohead than OK Computer it was. And I just feel like a Kid A ends the album much better than OK Computer did with that album. I feel like they could have had a better, even though I really like it though. I keep backpedaling. But you know what? Let's just talk about Kid A, because motion picture soundtrack is absolutely beautiful. I Oh my gosh, I think it's like, what's the lyrics? It's like, you're crazy, maybe, or I think you're crazy, maybe, I think you're crazy, maybe. And then it's like, it follows it up with, I will see you in the next life. Oh my gosh, and those little background melodies. Oh, it, it's, it's just, it's everything you need for an ending of the album, It's so sad. I bet if I were to listen to it right now, I'd probably cry. Not gonna lie. I'd probably cry. Not gonna lie. I'd probably cry. Not gonna lie. But yeah, and then I know that there's a hidden track, whatever it's called. It's probably, yeah, Untitled. I think it's Untitled. Yeah. Okay, I just looked at it. It's Untitled, and it's more of everything pretty much. It's just more. It's kind of like Tree Fingers in the way that it's a lot of ambience, and it's just a bunch of sounds and interesting sounds used throughout the album, and it's just there, yeah, and that's it. And it's really cool. Nice little touch at the end.